Well, good morning, the internet. Welcome back to Studio J. It is still morning. It's 11:26. It's the 12th of August. It is Eclipse Day. It's finally here. We have arrived at the City of Arts and Sciences, where we will be recording the eclipse from. Now, the eclipse, it's not until about 7:30 tonight. And it's about 11:30, so go figure, I've got 8 hours to kill. 3 of those are probably going to be waiting for the eclipse, trying to bag a spot early. But for now, to kill some time, we're going to go to the Science Museum because, believe it or not, the City of Arts and Sciences hosts a science museum. Of course, obviously, photographing an eclipse, you'll probably want to know how I'm doing it and with what equipment, so go and watch, not yesterday, but the day before. Link is around somewhere. I'll give you a good breakdown of the kit that I've got today, which is in my backpack. Come on, gimbal, there you go. It's in my backpack, and obviously I've got camera here. It's 34 degrees today, and I think this pack is weighing about 9 kilos that I am hauling around. Heavier than what I was using yesterday, so I have really I've done smart things today with hauling this gear around. I'm very sweaty, it's very sticky, it's very warm. It is already 30 degrees and it's 11:30. It's going to be very warm. I'm probably getting heat stroke today for the purposes of capturing a total solar eclipse. But for now, I'm going to hide inside in the museum, I hope. And whilst I have come up with a good place to film the eclipse from, the perfect place would have been up here on this. But they don't like fun because it's closed. And obviously it's closed at that end too. Damn it. So in theory, the eclipse is going to be captured from somewhere around here. That's the plan. I scouted it yesterday. The sun is going to be over there-ish as the eclipse happens. That's the plan. Ideal location is that bench there. I don't know if you can see it. That's where I'm at. That's where we're aiming. But we're probably going to need to bag it from about 3 o'clock, and that bench is in the sun all day. So yeah, heat stroke imminent. Oh, sweet airplane. I'm going to see how much of a dinosaur nerd I am by trying to guess what that skeleton is without looking at the sign. I definitely know it's not a tyrannosaur because it's got 3 fingers, but what other theropod is it? So it's large theropod, 3 fingers, it's got ridges above its eye sockets. It is an Allosaurus. Hey! I got it. And then that child ran in the way. Alright, it's now space nerd time. We have a lot of rockets, or models of rockets. And I'm going to see if I can guess them without looking at the signs. Vostok. Yes. Soyuz. Yes. Proton. Atlas for the Mercury program. Titan for the Gemini program. Saturn V space shuttle. I know my rockets. Always wanted to have a go on one of these. It's a Connect. Oh. The sand depth is being powered by a Connect from a 360. It's good to see the old tech is still used. Alright, this is something I'm very nerdy about because it's space and cameras. The one-to-one replica of the faint object camera from the Hubble Space Telescope. Space camera. incredible. You can tell the era because look at that. Look at those pin connectors. Just come back down. We think it's going to do it. And we got there just in time. We saw it exactly as it knocked it over. And I'm going to edit out every time it missed. Or not. We were there for quite a while. It took a while. But we saw it. The thing happened.
Put that on the Patreon.
Yeah, there you go, Patreon. You get to see how many times I had to wait for that bloody needle to go past the ball whilst recording, using up all the memory on this. But we saw it happen. The thing did the thing. Okay, lunch has been had. It is 3:10 and our vigil has begun. We have staked out our spot. We wanted to get it early before anyone else turns up because I did some scouting yesterday for where the sun is going to be, where the optimal shot is going to be. And yeah, it's this bench, which not only has been in the sun all day, but will continue to be in the sun for the rest of the day. And in fact, the internet, I'm very sorry, I did not put your sunnies on. There we go. You can see the big angry day star behind me that is still quite high in the sky. It's going to be a little while until we are ready, but the vigil has begun. The reason I'm wearing my cap backwards is to keep the sun off my neck. I'm not doing it because I'm a cool dude, because I'm not a cool dude. I'm just doing it because I don't want my neck to be sunburnt. So, time to wait and die in the heat. However, my genius plan had not taken into account that both myself and James are not built for 33 degrees Spanish sun. So a change of clothes later, and we had found somewhere else to loiter that would actually turn out to be a much better spot. Alright, situation update. It is now 25 minutes past 5. I realised I made a bit of a cock up in the calculations. The eclipse does not happen at 7:30. It starts at 7:30. It happens, or totality happens, at 8:30. The sun is going down between the Opera House, which is that big building there, and the Hemispheric, which is that building there. It's going down in between them. So the idea is to get the shot of the eclipse as it's happening, going between those two buildings. Problem is the sun sets half an hour after totality, meaning totality is going to be very close to the horizon. There is a slight possibility that this might be going incredibly wrong and that totality will happen behind that block of flats. But we shall see. We have actually moved as well from our previous location to one that is slightly better because the lenses we've got are 70mm, meaning we can get more of the buildings in shot as the eclipse happens. So we've come all the way over here, which is underneath the big balcony pavilion that they have got closed off, which would have been the optimum point, the optimum place to shoot the eclipse from. It's almost like they don't enjoy fun. But we are keeping an eye on things in case they happen to open it up. We never know. It might. We can live in hope. But this is currently the plan. I'm actually going to be shooting from about here, maybe here. This is where the tripod's going to be set up, going in that direction for the eclipse. However, we are now back to waiting because it's 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30. It's another 3 hours. But where we're waiting this time is fully in shade, thanks to Pavilion, and by this rather attractive construction fence. So yeah, we've picked the spot, hopefully. We will see. Back to more waiting. And yes, I have also changed shirt because I made the mistake yesterday of not having a change of shirt, and it was, well, sweaty and unpleasant. So I'm not doing a single shirt today. I've changed into something lighter. But how do I know where the sun is, you ask? Well, I have this app. I'll show you a better angle. It's called Sun Tracker, and it allows me to track where the sun is going to be in AR. I'm going to turn, the brightness is already at its max, so I want you to be able to see this, the internet. That I think is as good as you are going to get, my friends. There we go. You can see that yellow line. That is the position of the sun relative to everything. So I know where the sun's going to be. I know roughly when the sun is going to be there. That's allowing us to stake out this good spot for what we hope is going to be a good eclipse. There's another thing on the internet as well, which if you saw my day in the life video on my other channel where I got this camera, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, I got a set of these neutral density filters for it. Basically, it's your sunglasses, and I have done some calculations and worked out that if I put, there's already one on you, which is the ND64, if I pop another one on you, and then another one on you, I mean, you can't see anything at the moment, but if I turn this around, pick you up and take you for a little walk, you can do what I currently cannot, which is look directly at that angry ball of fire in the sky. So that's what this is going to be filming. See, look, there's my hand going in front of it. You'll get that video. Less than half an hour away from the start of occlusion. Sun's obviously over there. Tripod's ready to go. Equipment is also ready. It's very hot because it's now time to stand in the sun whilst we get stuff ready.
We hope it's going to come down that way.
James is ready, and we have a fellow photographer who's turned up, who's done many eclipses. Yeah, nearly time, nearly ready. Hopefully the sun goes between those buildings. Okay, it's go time. Everyone's here. Everyone's ready. We are 2 minutes away from the start of the eclipse. Time to put these on you, the internet. There we go, first contact has been established. But we have clouds. But you can see all the people have gathered to watch it happen. So many people just to watch that. Which in fairness, it makes sense. Humanity's been watching eclipses for millennia, and something we've always done. I think it's something we always will do. Well, it's fully in frame on the 7D. This shadow, fully in frame now. It's going to create a lovely stacked image when it's done. That doesn't fly, yuck. I'm still sweating my arse off, but I don't know if it's me, but it feels like it's getting cooler. Like it feels like it's getting a bit cooler. The sun is getting a bit dimmer. So we'll get a respite from the heat, maybe a little bit, not massive, but hopefully enough when totality happens and then the sun goes down. Seeing it through a camera is one thing, but then seeing it with your own eyes through the eclipse glasses is, man, it's completely a different experience because it's direct. You are looking at the sun, watching the moon, occlude it. Madness. Right, it's about 17 minutes to go till Totality. Sun is tracking kind of towards the opera centre. We might have to move. I might have to move. This is going to stay, but you, the internet, coming with me, as is this. So we'll see. And also, yes, I am still absolutely dripping with sweat. I am a pasty white boy. I was not built for 32-degree heat and standing in the sun all day. However, everyone else is here. Not quite as busy as I was expecting, but I don't know how well the microphone's picking it up, but the more that the moon is going across the sun, the more the volume of people is picking up. Like, we're getting to a fever pitch here of it's nearly time. And there's going to be a building in shot. Oh, this is incredible. So dark. It's nearly time. Go. Totality. Going for it. Totality. That is. That is the sun and the corona. Wow. That is a total. Right behind the building. That.
Now.
Ya está saliendo otra vez. Poniéndose unas papeles ya. Ya lo veo, se ve. ¡Hola! Ay, ahora intenté estar de TikTok.
And it's coming back. That's Totality. That might be the greatest photo I've ever taken. Totality, it is unreal. And now the sun's setting. So it's time to pack up. Wow.
Beer?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Celebratory beer.
That was just literally
Oh.
perfect timing.
We did
The height
it.
of that building was just perfect.
Yeah.
I got to here and thought I'm going to have to go further that way. Sign.
That's probably next.
Yeah.
And that's why I went over there in the end.
They could have turned that sign off.
I know. I mean, that's what I got.
That is beautiful.
If I zoom in a bit better, a bit further.
Annoyingly, mine have got the antenna,
Oh.
but it was the only place I could go to get full disc.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I went over there.
I'm going to.
I only took this photo with my.
And I didn't shoot anything on the Pentax.
No, no.
I forgot. Like, honestly.
I'm going.
Rich says that's brilliant, well done.
Yeah.
And that's on camera as well, Richard. Well, the internet. That is it. That is Eclipse done. I'm still at a loss for words. We're coming up on now over an hour since the eclipse actually happened. I haven't figured out how to process it in my brain of what I have just seen. And what I've taken as well, I think genuinely some of the proudest photos I've ever taken. We did not get our celebratory beer though because they were closed. But we're gonna hang around here for a bit. It's getting darker now, it's getting cooler. We're gonna take some nice nighttime pictures of the City of Arts and Sciences. Valencia has been incredible, Spain has been incredible. The eclipse was incredible, apart from the fact that the video I took on my phone was interrupted by someone else's phone. How dare they? But thank you, the internet, for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one. I might go to the eclipse next year. That is going to be in Gibraltar and also a bit of Spain and Egypt. We will see. Let me know down in the comments below if you have made it this far, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Goodbye, Eclipse Corner. You served us well. You let us see the incredible. And good night, Valencia.